Good morning, everyone. I'm Megha from OpenEducate. In this webinar, we will understand how OpenEducate helps a college to manage a daily operation. OpenEducate is an ERP solution for a college. It is designed to manage a daily task to work effectively and efficiently. OpenEducate is used in an education institute because it has all the comprehensive applications that are needed for any education institute. Secondly, it can expand seamlessly. Like n number of users can use OpenEducate. It can easy to access by all the students, faculty, or admin or a back office. It's very easy to access it. We have an inbuilt communication tool to foster the communication between the faculty, students, and parents within the OpenEducate. OpenEducate is a user friendly because even a non-technical person can use OpenEducate very easily. So it's a very user friendly. Now let me show you like how OpenEducate looks. So on my screen, you can see I have login as an admin and this is OpenEducate dashboard in which you can see these are the application. Now all this application is very useful to manage a college. It definitely automate all the process and it gives you a efficient and accurate result. So let me show you like how you can manage a student information system, how you can manage a admission process, timetable, how you can record a student attendance and much more. So let me start with the first one, which is the SIS, a student information system. So I'm clicking on SIS module to begin with the configuration. So let's start with the configuration, like how a college can configure the academic year, term, department, subject, course, batches, and more. The first step of any college, it will be like how I can create an academic. So this all are the demo data. These are some existing data to make you understand like how it looks. So if I want to create a new academic year, we click on new one and I will give a new academic year name. Then I will give a 2024 to 2025. I can also select the term structure for my academic year. I will keep from the drop down and select a 2 semester for my year. I can also add the start date and I will also add the end term for the course. So I have added a start date and end date for the academic year, which is May 2024 to 2025. For this year, I can also add the academic term, which is semester 1 and 2 from here also with the start date and end date. I will click on save to create my new academic year, which is 2024 to 2025. You can see I have created and it appeared here with the start date and end date. Now let me show you like how you can also add a academic term. So these are the existing academic term, semester 1 with the start date and date, and I can also create a new one by going in the new and adding the details. If you want to create a phase term for each courses, it will be very easy. You just need to go in a phase term and you have to create a new one. You have to add a fees term, discount. You can add the terms for it. Now I will show you like how you can manage a fees term. You can create a fees term as per your requirement, whether it can be a monthly, quarterly, or year. So from the existing data, I have given a name fees term P2 fees term. If you want to add any discount, you can add a discount for this. You can also add the term type. I have added from the drop down, which is the fixed fee of the days. I can also add the terms. So I have created a 2 terms for my fees term. I can also add the fees element for each. So I have added the fee, library fees, and tuition fee for my fees element. I given a values for it, and within the fees term, I can also add the fees reminder. So I have a set 2 reminders to students before and after 10 days prior to the due date and after the 3 days of due date. It directly automatically send a reminder to the students and the parents for a feedback. You can also configure the department. For a college, there will be a different department. It will be a department for business law, science, accounting, and management. So you can create a department as per your college. To create a new one, you just have to go in a new and have to add the detail of the name of the department. You can give a unique code for it and save it to create a department. If you want to create a new course for the department, you have to configure and go in the courses. So these are some existing course with their name, the code, the resolution type, the fee term assigned for it. We can also see the subjects for that. Let me create a new one. I will give reading a new course. I have created computer engineering course with the code. I can also add the course image for this. I can also add the evaluation type, which is normal, GPA. We'll keep it a normal. If any parent course, I can select from the drop down. We can also add the fees term. So as we have already created a fees term for our subjects and a course, from the drop down, I will select any one of them. I can also add the maximum number of units. So how many students? So for maximum, I will add a 50 and minimum, I will keep a 20. If I want to add a registration fee for my computer engineering course, I will keep checking and I will add the fees type from the drop down. So it's easy to add a registration fee within the while creating a course itself. I can also add a full description about the course. You can write it. And I will also add the subject for my computer engineering by click on add a line with the name, code, and the tag, whether it's a theory, practical, or a book. See, these are the existing subject which is already created. If I want to create a new one, I will click on new and I will create a new subject for my computer engineering. So let me create a subject which is a data science for my computer engineering. I'm giving a code for it. The type, whether it's a theory, practical, or both, I'm keeping a both. If any parent subject, I can add for which course I'm creating. So it's for a computer engineering. You could also add the credits. I'm giving 100 credit for my data science. I can also add the attain unit. I'm keeping a 1 and the subject tag, whether it's a compulsory or elective. It's a compulsory subject for computer engineering, so I will select a compulsory. Now I will say to save my data science subject for a computer engineering. I will click on save and close. So now the data science subjects I have created for a computer engineering and I will save this course. So it's very easy to create a course and a subject in a OpenEducate. Now let me show you the best part of OpenEducate, which is a student information system. Through student information system, you can manage, organize the student detail at a single location. So in the student, I can see all the student profile. All the student of college, it will appear here. You can also filter out the student. You can group by or filter as per the course batch. It can be possible. Now let me show you like how you can store the detail about the student. I am going to open the profile of Sarah, a student. I can see her name. I can also see there are the personal information. I will see the detail about the admission. So Sarah take admission. She enrolled for this course. I can also see the roll number and the status. Currently, all the courses are in a running state. If any is completed, it shows a completed. We can also see the fees plan of the Sarah. We can see the detail, the amount to be paid. We can also create the invoice for the Sarah. We can view it, the amount to be paid. We can see you can also add the tax amount. So it will be easy for an admin person to see the fees plan of the students. We can also see the assignment given to Sarah. So on this, we see the name of assignment which was given by faculty and read with the issue date and the submission date. It can be all assignment given to her will be listed out here. We can also see the attendance record of Tara. So on this, we can see the attendance type, date, we can see the course detail. Suppose you want to filter the attendance record with the course batch, it can be possible. If I want to filter when the Sarah is present, I will click on present and it shows me the record when she was present. If I want to see when she was absent, I want to see the record. I will simply click on absent. It shows me the result when she was absent with a date and a time. So you can also, all the record can be grouped by or a filtered by as per your requirement. It can be possible. We can also see the activity done by Sarah, which type of activity done on which date. It can be appeared here. We can also see the more information about the Sarah. You can see the grade book of Sarah with the credit and the GPA of day. We can also manage a placement detail, discipline detail, and the media and a health detail of each students here. We on the achievement side, so you can manage all the achievements of students here. We can also add the skill of the student. So you can see we manage all the detail of student. It has all the information of student lifestyle, starting from the admission to the completion of whole course. Each detail will be mentioned over here. It's easy way. Just by click, you can have a all detail of the particular student. It's same way, like how you can manage a faculty information. So let's go in the faculty and I can see all the faculties of college. If I open it, I can see the personal information about the Mr. Andre. I can see the courses he allocated for, which subject he is assigned for, with the name, the code, the type, the subject type. We can also see the session of Mr. Andre. He has a session with the start date, time, and the date. We can also see the assignment given by Mr. Andre to the student with the name, issue date, and a submission date. We can, in same way, we can also manage a health information and a media information of faculty. We can also allocate a subject course, taxation product, and advanced taxation product with the cost. It can be possible. So SIS is here to manage all information of students and faculty, and also you can configure all the data. If I go in the SIS dashboard, I can see a perfect structure of courses and department. So if I go here, I can see there are a 4 department of college, which is a business law, department of science, department of account, and a department of management. If I go and check, there were 3 courses under the business law. There are 3 faculty assigned under the business law, and the 4 students are enrolled. And there are 6 subjects under the Department of Business Law. Let me open it to show you. So if I go under the courses, as it's a 3 courses assigned, so there are these 3 courses under the business law. If under the courses, which is a financial service law, there were 2 students, 2 subjects are there, 1 batch is created, and 2 admissions are there, and 1 timetable is created. If I want to see a detailed information about this, I will click on here and I can see the name of students. If I want to see the detail about the subjects, I will click here and I can see 2 subject name with the code and the tag. So it's very easy to see the dashboard of department in a structured way. We can also see for all the department wise. In the dashboard, you can also see the dashboard as for the courses or the batch wise. with the batch, the number of students, the attendance detail also. So it gives a direct analytic view of all batch-wise, course-wise, and a department-wise. After understanding of SIS, a core module, let me show you like how you can streamline the admission process. Now the second step, to enroll a student, we have to streamline whole admission process. For that, OpenEducate has a separate module, admission, through which you can streamline whole process, whether it can be an online process or offline. So let's understand our admission module. I'm going in the admission module. To start taking admission, I need to create an admission register for a course. So I'm creating a new one. I'm creating an admission register for a computer engineering, and I'm giving a name for it as a computer engineering. For which course I'm creating admission register, I need to select from the drop down and I will select a computer engineering. See, all the modules are interconnected. Once I have created a course through SIS, from the drop down, I have to select it. So it directly appear here. So I just need to select from the drop down for which I'm creating the admission register. You can add a start date, end date for the admission register. We can also add the maximum number of admission. I will add a 50 and I'm giving a minimum 20. We can also assign a course fee just by selecting from the drop down. I'm selecting, I will add the academic year, which is from 2024 to 2025. I can also add the minimum age required. So the minimum age required will be 18 years. I can add the terms for which I'm going to enroll. It's for first semester. You can create the admission template before. You can save it. And whenever you create an admission register from the drop down, you can select a template. I'm selecting template 1 for the admission register of computer engineering. If registration is required, you can click yes. If not, just unclick it. Now I'm going to confirm this admission register of computer engineering. On the right side, you can see these are the stages. Currently, it's in a draft mode. Now I want to confirm the admission register of computer engineering. I need to click on admission confirm. So now you can see the stage is changed to confirm. Now suppose I want to start enrolling student from the website. I need to click on start application so I can start gathering the application from the website. Now I will click on start application. So you can see the state is changing to application gathering. So now any person can start receiving application form from the student they get from the website. Now I will show you like how a student can apply for the course from the college website. So now I'm going back and in our website model, consider this as your website. So when I go in the website under the new registration, I will find all the available courses. So all the students or parents who appear to college website, they can see the available courses for the admission. Now, as I have created computer engineering admission register, suppose a student want to apply for a computer engineering, they will directly click on apply. They can also see some details about the course. You can add the subjects and more details for each courses. It can be possible. For now, I'm just filling the detail in the admission form. I'm giving a name, last name, gender. I can also select the birth date, phone number. We can add the emails, a street number, a city, a postal code, and just clicking on submit button. Now the applicant will receive the application number and they will get a message like your application has been received. Now I will show you like where this application form is received by the college. So I'm going back on the admission module, and under the application, I will receive all the application that coming from the website with that name, first name, application date, and course. So when I click here, I can see the name of applicant, which is Molly Vyas, and I can see the admission detail also, for which register, for which course, if any discount wants, and you can directly apply a discount for the student. We can also add the badge. We can also add the admission date for the students, due date. We can also add a fee start date also, and each thing. Now, suppose the admin person wants to send a message to the applicant. They will directly send a message to the applicant from here. Suppose the admin person wants to confirm the admission, he will directly send the admission confirmation template from the save template. You can change this design, you can add your text, whatever way you want, you can create it. It's so simple to just save the template. It can be used anytime, so it saves your time. Suppose the admin person want to reject and send a message, you can select the template, the reject one, and you can add the details and send it. So within the admission module, you can send a message to applicant. It's very easy. Now suppose now the reviewer want to confirm the application, they will click on at confirm. Okay, these are the state. First it was in a draft, and when it comes to a confirm. Now the reviewer will confirm this admission. So he will click on admission confirm. And here you can see the state is converting to admission confirm. To enroll the Molly, I will click on enroll to enroll in the computer engineering course. So now you can see the state is done. She enrolled in the computer engineering, and within the admission module, it directly creates a student profile. So on the top, you can see open a student profile. It directly automatically generate a student profile. It directly same in the dice mode. And on my right side, you can see this is a log now. First, it was in draft mode, then it converts into confirm, then the admission confirm, and it done. You can also check out the log note for your whole process. Now let's open the student profile. It's the same just like all the students, with their personal information, the admission detail, fees detail, assignment, attendance, basically media and health. It will be the same for all the students. And now you can see the state is converting to done. And here we can see all the application which is received. Suppose your college is taking admission offline and you want to add the student detail manually, you can directly add through admission under the application, and from here a new one you can write a name of students and fill the detail and follow the same step to confirm the admission. Isn't it easy? So this way you can streamline admission process, whether it can be online or offline. You can also see the reports for the admission process. You just need to add a start date and date for the report. You can also see the admission analysis, like in which course how many students get enrolled. And in the dashboard of admission, we can see these are the admission register, and we can see the details about the admission register, the start date, end date, how many admission can be taken, minimum, maximum, and then currently one application are there for a computer engineering. It will be the same for all the other courses like data science, sports law, and all. So you have a quick view for all the admission register. Now let's go to the main menu and let's understand the timetable. to manage all the classes, to generate a timetable for all the courses with each batch. How timetable module of OpenEducate help? Let's understand. So I'm going with the third module, which is the timetable. So as I enter in a timetable, firstly I need to configure. I have to create a timetable. So for which course I'm going to create a timetable. So from the drop down, I'm selecting for computer engineering and creating this timetable for which batch and start date, end date. Now I will create a session for each days of the week. You can create as per the requirement. Suppose on Monday, I have to add from the start time 10 to 11 and creating a new session for a subject, which is a data, structure, and algorithm. And I'm allocating a classroom R001 for the computer engineering with batch, batch. If I want to add more session, suppose I want to add a one more session, which is from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I will add the start date and date by which faculty. So from the drop down, I will select cohort and which subject. I will select a data structure. I'm also allocating a classroom. I'm also selecting a classroom from the drop down. And for now, I'm selecting R002 for this session. Now, suppose I want to add a more session. Now to end a session of Tuesday, I will click here, add a line and add the session name with the start date and date. For a Wednesday, Thursday, it will be the same way to proceed. Now I'm going to click on proceed to generate a timetable. Now on my screen, you can see it's a calendar view and it's showing in a week wise. Suppose I want to see in a month wise, I will select a month wise and on here you can see the timetable which I have created, the session which I have created for faculty Andri and for her. It can be seen here because as I have created session only for a Monday, it will be listed here. In the same way, it same goes with the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this way. Suppose you want to see this session in the Kanban view, you can see where you can see all the details about the session. You can also classify the session by faculty. Suppose I want to see only a session of faculty entry, I will select it. It shows me a session of entry with information about the start date, subject, course, and batch. Suppose if I want to classify a session with a subject, I will click on data structure to see only the session of data structure. So here you can see, I can see all the session of subject data structure. I'm keeping all for all the session of. Now suppose I want to see the session detail in a list view. You can see here in a list view with the faculty name, badge, subject, and start time and tab. If you want to see in the table, analytic table, we can see with the number of session for Mr. Andre. Fahad faculty has a 4 session in November, Andre has a 5. So you can see the number of session with each faculty. Now, suppose you want to edit some data or a detail of a generated timetable, you just click on it and edit here. So when you see the session detail, I will see Mr. Andre, a faculty name, has a session for a subject, data structure and algorithm. From the time is 10 to 11. So here I have just created the session. If I want to confirm the session, I will click here a confirm to confirm this timetable. So I will click here to confirm. And now in a timetable also, the faculty can directly take attendance of the students with a kiosk mode or a manual. It can be possible. And whenever I'm creating a session for a computer engineering course, all the students who enroll in a computer engineering with a badge, it directly appear here. You can see the details of all the students who will attend a session of Mr. Andre. Suppose due to some reason the physical class is not possible, so from here only the faculty can directly create an online meeting and all the students of that batch will directly appear here. They get a notification. The faculty can create a Google meeting here and all the Google meeting link will be sent to all the attendees. You can add more additional details, batch and codes. So even the faculty wants to add some message, they will add a message to send all the students of that batch. It's very simple to manage a timetable through OpenEducate. Suppose now a faculty also wants to add a lesson planning for that session. They can directly click on the lesson planning and they will add a details about it. Suppose I'm creating a lesson planning. OpenEducate has a facility to create a lesson planning for each session. You just need to simply click on a day and you have to create a lesson planning for that session. So I'm adding a data session for data structure. For which course I'm selecting for a computer engineering, I'm adding the lesson planning by which faculty, Mr. Andre, which batch, the Datacom batch, and for which subject it will be for a data structure and algorithm. Now I will add the session. For which session I'm going to add this? It's for a Mr. Andre. I will add the lesson topic from here. So the first topic they're going to cover is a introduction. Second will be the basic and advanced data structure. So they will cover these two topics in the session of data structure by Mr. Andre. Now you have to just click on plan and now here the date is changed into a plan. Once the session gets over, the faculty will click on conducted and the state will convert into a conducted. And all the log node will appear here. So it will be easy to manage a timetable through a module timetable. Now let's go in the attendance module to manage attendance of all the students. To track the attendance of students, we have a separate attendance module to which you can manage and take attendance for all the students. Now let's go in the attendance module. Firstly, you can configure the attendance type. By clicking a new one, you can create an attendance type. After configuring the attendance, first thing you have to create an attendance register for each course with the subject wise. So I'm going to create a new one. I'm giving a name for attendance registered. I will add a unique code for this. For which course I'm creating, it's for a computer engineering, which batch. I will select from the drop down. For which subject, it's for a data structure and algorithm. After filling this detail, I will click on save to save the attendance register for a computer engineering course and for the subject data structure. Now, as faculty will take attendance with each session, how they can create for that, I need to create an attendance sheet. I will create this attendance sheet for each session to take attendance for each session. So I will create a new attendance sheet for which registered. I will select for the recently attendance register which I have created. For which session? For Andre Santos data structure and algorithm. So for this session, I'm creating this attendance sheet for tracking and taking attendance of student, by which faculty it's or entry syntax. Now, you could take attendance in both the way. It can be a manually or by adding a device. So with the kiosk mode. Suppose I want to enable kiosk mode, I will click here. Or suppose a faculty want to take attendance manually. So they will click on attendance tab. When they click on attendance tab, all the students of that session of that course and subject will appear here. It directly fetch all the students who enroll for that course. Suppose faculty will take attendance like this manually. After taking attendance, the faculty will click on attendance taken. So on top, they will get a data like 2 were present, 0 were absent, and 2 were late. To track the student attendance, we have a attendance line featured. So in that, you can see the student name with the attendance time, whether they were present, absent, or late. So you can get a report of all the attendance. As I say, attendance can be managed in both the way, manually. I have shown you how a faculty can take a attendance manual. Now let's see how the attendance can be taken through face recognition. By selecting a attendance sheet, and when by clicking submit button with the camera open and with the face recognition, the attendance of student can be taken with the kiosk mode. So you can add a device. Either you can take attendance by scanning a barcode or by selecting a student, as student has a unique pin to take to logging in. All students have their own unique pin number. They will enter it to login in the system. So here you get a no welcome Sarah. So it's very simple to manage and take attendance of the student. To Open Educate, you can also generate a report of attendance sheet as well as attendance slide. Open Educate has a gradebook module through which you can create a gradebook for all the students. To configure the gradebook, let's understand how a Open Educate helps. So first thing, you need to configure the assignment type. So you can create a different assignment type which is used for all the subject to give a weightage of the subject. So here you can see I have added a homework, attendance, project. These all are the assignment types. You can create a new one from here. Now we have a grade scale. So through grade scale, you can convert a non-numeric grade into a numeric one. So you can see in the grade scale, I have created a name grade letter and I gave a name as a plus, A minus with a GPA, minimum percentage and a maximum percentage. In this way, you can create your grading system as per your requirement. You can also create a grade template to evaluate the grades. So here, these are the check, complete, incomplete. These are the some existing grade table which I have already created. Now I will show you like how we can create a grade template. So you have to create a grade template. So from which you can give a weightage for the subjects. So I'm going to open this one in which you can see I give a weightage type, assignment weightage type, and I give a homework with a 10 percentage, quiz with a 30 weightage, test with a 40 weightage. So in this way, you can give a weightage for each assignment type through grade template. Now, after configuring all these things, a grade scale, table, and template, here we need to create a new grade book for the student. So I'm going to create a new grade book for a student. So from the drop down, you can select a student for which you want to create a grade book. I'm creating this grade book for a Sarah. For which course? I'm going to create this for a Bachelor of Accounting, SEM 1. Which year? I will select from the drop down, which is from 2021 to 2022. Once after filling this, I will click on Save button and I will click on In Progress. So now I have created a blank grade book for a Sarah. Now how I can create a grades for a students? So for that I need to create a new grade grading assignment. Here we can add by clicking a issue date. So I'm entering this. So with a name, I'm giving a name for the grading assignment as a demo tiny u. So assignment type. So from the drop down, which we already created the different assignment type, you can select from the drop down. I'm going to select a homework for this. You can see which faculties. I will select entries and goals, which year, again 2021, 2022, for which term I'm going to select first term. For which year I will select, for which course I'm selecting Bachelor of Accounting Sem 1. Now I'm going to create this grading assignment for which subject. So I'm selecting a finance accounting. Now I need to add the grade type. So from the drop down, I will select a points, and out of which the student get a point. So suppose I'm giving a weightage of homework as a 50. So I will add a point 50. And now I will click on publish button. Again, these are the stages. And now I'm going to close for the submission or start gathering up points. So I will select it and I will click on start grading. And now they will see the student name for which subjects they want to give a marks. And from here, they will add a marks. So Sarah get a 40 marks and they will save it. So you can see out of 50, Sarah get a 40 marks and it automatically count a percentage. So it gives me a 80 percentage. Now when I go and click on Sarah grade, I will see it directly add a assignment type here, homework. It directly add the in the gradebook of Sarah. And if I want to publish it, so now I'll click on publish to publish a gradebook of Sarah. And now I want to generate a final grade for a Sarah. I will click on generate a final grade and it directly recompute the all the assignment type and it give up me a total percentage. And I will click here to get a final percentage and the also get with the subject. So currently I have only assigned a one homework type assignment for a subject finance accounting. So it gives me all detail. I got a 80 percentage. If I want to generate a transcript, I will click here to generate a transcript for the Sarah Finance Accounting Semester 1. Currently, I have gave a 0 credit and the grade is B. So this way you can generate a transcript also and you can create a grade book from here with the course, year, batch name, the semester, credit and GPA, total percentage obtained. So you can manage all the grading system through our OpenHUA grade. You can configure as per your requirement. You can add a more assignment type. You can add for each subjects and you can directly generate the final gradebook for each subject in the gradebook of each students. You can also generate a gradebook report with a gradebook Excel report. Just you need to select the course and the year. You can also generate a report by grade by the courses. You can create with a grade by the subject through which you can directly generate a reports in the gradebook system. We have a different modules are also there. We have a discuss module through which you can communicate with the faculty and the students. They can directly start a meetings. We have other modules like assignment, exam, quiz, LMS, and much more. Even we have a ERP modules like accounting through which you can manage a whole accounting balance sheet, profit and loss sheet. All the data of accounting you can manage through accounting. We have a CRM through which you can manage all the leads and much more. We can create manage expense purchase of your college through our ERP applications. So here we understand all the important modules of college which automate all the process of your college. Thank you.